How do you face life's challenges when they're bigger than you? The answer to this question is different for every individual. My family faced this question in real life, July 2011. Our youngest daughter, Whitney, had an ATV accident on July the 16th, 2011, near Pettigene Mountain, close to Marlton, Arkansas. Whitney and my niece Hope Young went on a four-wheeler ride at a family get-together like they had done many times before. Whitney, 16, Hope 15, only a few months apart in age, were cousins, best friends, soulmates, just out having fun. They had an accident and the first people on the scene did not know CPR. Whitney was then med-flighted to Children's Hospital in Little Rock, Arkansas. At about 12:30 on July the 17th, a group of nurses and doctors met with our family to update us on the severity of Whit's condition. Although she was breathing with the help of life support, they began to share with us the prognosis did not look good. She had been deprived of oxygen far too long. Severe brain damage at best is what we were told. The next 24 hours took us, myself, my wife Carol, son Wes, and daughter Brittany, to a place we'd never been before as a family. Carol and I had come from large families. The Atkinsons and the Youngs were close as well. We were a family of faith, praying that God would intervene, change the circumstance, and somehow heal Whitney. As the day dawned on July the 17th, 2011, Whitney's condition became worse. By noon, we were told there was no hope for Whit's recovery. Her body was shutting down and organs were not working. She was only existing because of life support. A decision had to be made. How do you face a life-changing circumstance? As I stated, we were a family of faith. We believed John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, that whoever would believe in him should not perish but have everlasting life. We also believed Ephesians 2:8, for by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of God. We knew Whit had placed her trust in Jesus Christ. As we prayed, cried, and asked God for wisdom and help, he gave it to us to face the darkest day of our life as a family here on earth. Whitney went to be with Jesus on the evening of July the 17th, 2011. But the last few years of Whit's life, she talked much about adopting a child. She pleaded many times with me and Carol to adopt when she would hear stories about kids who had no family and no one to love them. She would tell us we had plenty of room at our house. See, we had a big heart and always wanted to help others. On many occasions, she would tell us how we should help someone in need. And several weeks after Whit's accident, Andrew and Marla Watson invited our family, the Atkinsons and the Youngs, to Soaring Wings Ranch. We were honored. We really did not know a lot about all they were doing for the girls and boys. Andrew gave us a tour of the existing girls' home and shared with us his vision of the future at Soaring Wings. We had supporting Soaring Wings Ranch, but had never been there. Andrew gathered all of our family into the cabin that night and shared with us that he would like to name the next girls' home at Soaring Wings Ranch the Whittany Atkinson Home for Girls. Although as a family we were still in much grief over the loss of our daughter, we were honored that this would be a way for Whit's story to continue. A girls' home in her honor. The only problem? $350,000 needed to be raised to see the project completed. We as a family that night committed to help make it become a reality. I had already decided to run the Soaring Wings Half Marathon in October 2011. I felt this was the way to raise money for a good cause. At 52 years old, I had never run anything close to this. I tried to stay in shape, but would never run more than 2-3 miles at most. But we had first thought $10,000 would be a big goal, but something achievable. But as I prayed and meditated on this and then heard some of Andrew's stories, a much larger number was set, $50,000. I had some doubts, but that was the number we set. I run the half marathon and the money was raised. this was only a small part of what we needed. As we continued to pray, God impressed on people to give. Then in December 2011, God led two brothers to give the remaining gift of $240,000 so this home could be started. The Whittany Atkinson Home for Girls is now under construction and will be completed this fall 2012. A new boys' home will be completed this fall as well. Now, much more money needs to be raised for all the added expense. Full-time house parents, 8 additional girls and boys, 2 vans for transportation, counselors, administrators, to name a few. This year's challenge is even greater than last year's. How can we raise the additional money? I came up with a plan a few months ago and shared it with Andrew and Marla Watson. I had a vision of not only me, family and friends getting involved in the half marathon, but a large team of people that wanted to support a great cause. We were putting together a team of people to walk, run, participate in the relay, or work the water station in memory of Whittany. It will be called Team Whittany. We will be raising money for the additional expenses at Soaring Wings Ranch. If you could or would like to participate in any way, please let us know. We need walkers, runners, water station workers, support staff, and givers. Our goal is to have 100 walkers, runners, or water station volunteers to raise $100,000. There are many ways to help. If you cannot be involved physically, you could pray for our efforts. The Bible teaches that we should help those in need. What better way but to help a child that needs protection, safety, stability, and love? Isn't that what we really want, is to be loved by someone? Because God's love for us and us experiencing that love, we can have a love for others the world doesn't understand. Please help us support a great cause. Get involved. We would really appreciate your help.
I'm Andrew Watson, the director of Soaring Wings. I'm running the Soaring Wings half for the first time. This is my first time to train and run, period. I am running in memory of Whittany on behalf of Soaring Wings children, past, present, and future. Please join Jim, myself, and our team in giving children a chance. If you would like to learn more about Team Whittany and to check the progress of Team Whittany, please go to rememberingwhitney.com.